Hi all, it's me again. I received a couple of emails asking me about zenmap on Debian or Ubuntu-based distros. So it turns out it's no longer in the repos, and there is a bunch of you out there that would like to use it still. Turns out that there is some explanations out there on how to install it, but most of them are just simply crap. They install packages straight with dpkg, and it's just causing normal packages to fail and up to fail, and it's no good. There's also absolutely no reason to create that havoc. You can just simply install it with very few clicks and with the help of a special tool, which you will love, I think. So let's get started with it. zenmap is a graphical interface that sits on top of nmap. It's a port and vulnerability scanner. It's a freeware, and it's one of the go-to tools for every pen tester, security analyst, and whatever you do in cybersecurity, you're using nmap. So nmap itself is still in a distro, so we can simply go and install it. We are just going to Control-Alt-T. It's given us a nice terminal window. In here, we are doing the standard things like doing a sudo update first. Go for it. So this machine is completely up to date, and there won't be much to upgrade. So full upgrade is what I usually do, and as you can see, all is good here. Control L is clearing the screen. Well, better not the screen, the terminal window. And we can just go and sudo apt install nmap. Off we go. As you can see, it's not really big. It's coming down really quickly and installing. I have a pretty miserable internet connection here, so if I can install it, and so can you. So if we try to do the same with zenmap, it tells us to go away. There's no installation candidate. So there was something like zenmap kbx for a while, but that's gone too. So what to do now? Let's go and have a look at the nmap webpage. So when we're typing in nmap.org, and please make sure you type nmap.org. There's always people that try to do domain squatting, and it's org. It's not com, it's not net, it's org. So, and in there we're going to zenmap. As you can see, there's a user guide. There's a man page, a couple of screenshots, but what we are interested in is the download page. That's where we go. And as you can see, Linux, very good. The problem is RPM. So there's no dep here, but there's an explanation on how to do this. So what we are going to do is we are now going to intentionally download an RPM package to our Debian machines. I know it's heresy, but can't be helped, must be done. So we are going to get this zenmap no-arc RPM downloaded. It's going to our downloads folder. As you can see, it's not really that big, and that's all we needed from this web page. So we close it, and as you know, RPMs are no good for Debian and Ubuntu users. We have to do something, and there's one tool that you should remember, and it's called Alien. Like in Sigourney Weaver, Alien, and it's making dep files from RPM files. It doesn't work all the time, but most, and it's really great. And this is what we're going to install on our machine now here as well. So sudo apt install alien up, and it's on the machine. Now all we need to do is go to the downloads folder and find this RPM that we downloaded. As you can see, there are already a couple of them here, and I probably should have deleted them from that, but be that as it may. What we are going to do is we are going to do a sudo alien. Yes, it has to be done as sudo or with sudo. Why, I cannot tell you. And then you just put in the name of the zenmap file. So it's trying to be difficult again. Then we're doing it this way. So, and hit enter. It will think about it for a couple of seconds, 3 or 4, and then it creates your dep file. And I suspect that we now still have that dep file in there. We could install it with the graphical tools, but since we're on the command line already, we can just simply go sudo apt install /zenmap dep. Off you go, and as you can see, it's installing it without any problems, finding all the dependencies. It's working fine. And for that error message on the bottom, this notification download is performed on sandbox, I don't care. I read it all the time, and I hardly see it anymore. So, and zenmap should be on the machine now, using zenmap or using nmap. You can use that as a standard user or as a super user. I suggest you use it as a super user, and the reason is that you cannot run certain scans as a normal user. And one of the things that you use super user for, is for OS detection. And that's something that we actually always want to do. So let's go and do sudo zenmap. And boom, there you go. So, and I tell you, this is not just working on Ubuntu, this also works on Kali and on Parrot. Most of the requests came from Kali and Parrot users, so please feel free. Use Alien, get the RPM, modify it, and then download it. And then you can just simply use the tool as, well, as normal. So let's find our IP address, and we apparently are on 2 networks. Let's take this one here. So I know that this is the internal network of VirtualBox, and we are just going to take the CIDR notation. You could also separate IP addresses with comma, and on the nmap side you will find many more ways to actually define your targets. The profiles, there are a couple of preset profiles. Intense scan would probably take a little bit longer. Let's go with this quick scan plus. If we want to talk about nmap command, SV is going to get banners, a couple of additional information beyond the open ports. T4, it's scanning pretty fast. T5 would be faster. T2 is pretty slow. T1 is paranoid. -O, that's one of the reasons why we use the sudo command. It's going to get us the operating system, if it can. -F is the most used ports are under -F. Version 9 is it's trying to do it as quickly as possible, and that's the IP address we added on top. And all we need to do is hit scan, let it run. It's starting the scan. In scans it tells you the status, and it's probably going to take a couple of seconds. So I will wait for it, and you only have to wait a second, and we'll return in, like I said, in a second or two. Yay, and we are back. So the status changed from running to unsaved. It's exactly that. It finished, but nobody has hit the save button yet. And if we are going to the display, now we have hosts that we can see. And as you can see, there's a couple of machines from my ethical hacking lab. And that's the IP addresses you find here. There's a bunch of services that are available with unknown. Okay. Right. SSH service on 5. Then there's a couple that show HTTP, HTTPS. And yeah, you can also get the details for the hosts. You can get a topology. How is this all actually looking like? And yeah, it's a little bit small. You can scroll it bigger, but it takes a while. It's probably because of the resolution of my screen. You can take these boards and drag them around if you really feel like it. It gives it IP addresses. If you click on the legend, it will tell you that the different colors tell you about the number of ports open. So the big red ones are the juicy targets, and the little green ones are the not so interesting ones. Right, let's close that legend output. Oh, this is the output as you would see it on the command line. Very interesting. Telling you a little bit about what version of Apache is running, what versions of SSL, and that gives you a good idea of whether those machines are vulnerable or not. You can go to the whole list. And that's pretty much it already to zenmap and nmap. What you can do is you can save the stuff, save the scan. It's going to save it as an XML file. This XML file, you can do different stuff with it. You could import it into Metasploit, for example, and you can also use a tool to make an HTML version of it. Makes it easier to read it. And yeah, up to you. That was a little explanation on how to install zenmap, and like I said, this is working on Ubuntu 22.04, and it's also working on Kali and on Parrot and pretty much all on the Debian based systems. If you like this tutorial, leave me a message or hit the like button. And if other questions pop up or tools that you can't get installed, then drop me a line. And yeah, have a good day and see you next time.